Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, not just boys, but boys and girls. It is the one, the only, Roberto Negro. And I made it alive. I made it alive. Maybe we'll hear from Shellac tonight. He's at band practice. He can't get on the phone about flights. Moran, producer extraordinaire, who the fuck knows what he's doing? I don't even want to say what I think he's doing, because he'll get upset at me, and then he'll talk in a little fucking, in his little voice, and be like, you don't want somebody to be at your show to videotape your production, do you? So I don't even want to fucking say that, but he doesn't answer the fucking phone when I'm trying to book flights. Nobody! You want to know who answers the phone? Drake. The godly one. Alright? The godly one. He answers the phone. I say, Drake? It's Vince. We want you to come back. We got rid of the masks. You don't have to get vaccinated. And damn it, you can pray. I go, Drake, I ain't getting you on Delta. If you want to fly into Ontario at such and such time, and you want to fly out of Ontario at such and such time, you're flying Frontier. That's okay. I go, are you sure? Yeah, okay. Frontier it is, motherfucker. But I did make it here to the studio. You know how? Because I have perseverance. Okay? I made it to the studio so I can inspire every single one of you. My sole job with the Rob Black Show is to inspire all of you. Not bright lights, okay? Not the bright lights in New York that will inspire you. No. Roberto fucking Negro. That's who's gonna inspire you. I am here to inspire you. That is why I drove in a fucking snowstorm. Listen to me, shitbag Jenkins. Okay? We're talking about me right now. We're not talking about Lanny Poffo. We'll get to fucking Lanny Poffo later. We're talking about me. And the snowstorm. So I'm sitting in the office. I'm working on a fucking streaming site today. I want to rip my hair out. And not only get the Q-tip in my cock hole, but also, you heard of the jelly finger? A little prostate massage? No, 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 no. How about a fucking fist? Alright, a fist. A fist right up the keister, grabbing the prostate and crushing it. That's what I'd rather been doing today than spending about 11 hours working on this fucking streaming site. Because there's always a flaw. Always a flaw. When I was on the phone with Moran today, I hit him up with, a sample flaw. He's like, you gotta see if you could put a picture so when the trailer pops up, it's not black. So the people don't see which he's right, I'm not making fun. But it's just like, oh, fuck. Okay. And then back and forth with the programmers. Then you wait enough. Then, you know what? We gotta put an F on this. Gotta capitalize this. And then I'm going over text copy with the text copy girl, who also happens to go by the name of Cat Martini. And I'm like, you gotta write some type of description. That she writes a description, and it's like fucking Gone with the Wind. It's like 17 fucking pages. And then I'm trying to convey with her, how it has to be shorter. And I'm like, it's gotta be. And I've already had 2 of my super cups of coffee, which I get from Wegmans. And it's got 200 plus milligrams of caffeine, so that's 400 milligrams, plus my BCAAs, which also have. So I got like maybe 1,100 milligrams of fucking caffeine, and I'm just like, fuck, I don't know. I know it just can't be that long. Just fucking shorten it. And then this is all going on. At one point, I'm on the toilet. And I'm talking to Moran. And I'm like, I'm pissing out my asshole. I've had so much coffee already. And then I get it's 2 o'clock. Are you going to pick up Major? Fuck! Fuck that motherfucker! Can't he walk? Can't the fucking 6-year-old walk? Tell him to fucking walk! Oh. Fuck. And then every time I go pick up my kid, he has 2 fucking speeds. He either is walking out of the class, walking out of the room, and he's walking fast. Like running. Acting like a fucking retard. Or he walks purposely slow, like inches, and he acts like a robot. And he goes, I'm a robot, I'm a robot, I am Major the fucking right. I'm like, get the fucking car! Get in the fucking car! And all these teachers are there, the vice principal. They got a vice principal at this school. He's got to be maybe 42, maybe. And he'll wear this long, like trench coat with a fucking fedora. This fucking guy. And anytime you pull in, you see all the moms talking with him. Because you got to wait in line. You got to wait in fucking line. And then you got to... I mean, they got this school on lockdown. Ain't no fucking school shooter getting into this fucking place. You're in line. You gotta then go on with this fucking program. Say you're there for your kid. Then you gotta stay in line. Then the principal, whatever the fuck he is with this fedora, he's got a walkie-talkie. And every single car, you gotta have the tag in the car. What's your name? Even he's seen you 100 fucking times. If you don't have the shit, you're hit. And then you go to the front, and then they got more fucking teachers out there. And then I get out, because I like to greet my kid. And then there he is, walking like a fucking robot. Sometimes he'll have like his snow pants half on, fucking jacket, dragging. But I go, you look like a homeless person. And the teachers look at me like, why is his dad talking to his 6-year-old like, he's 16? And I want to say, because I'm not one of those fucking parents that talk to their kids like they're little fucking babies. That's why my kid's got a good vocabulary. He's got a great vocabulary. The teacher says he's got a fucking above average vocabulary. He's not a fucking genius. Okay? Let's not go that far. But he does got a pretty good vocabulary. Sometimes this motherfucker says shit that I'm like, where'd you learn that? Where'd you learn that? It's like, wow, that's a big word. It's a big goddamn word. I'll be like, where you learn that? How do you know that? This is his new thing. He goes, it's in my brain. I go, what? He goes, it's in my brain. And he points to his head. I go, oh, it's in your brain. I got you. So I take him to bed most nights. If I'm not, trying to get plane tickets and streaming services and people won't answer my fucking calls. So it keeps me at the office until, wacky hours. I'm here. I put the kids to bed. I fucking read him his book. He wants to read a book about spiders. Read a big, whatever. He likes bugs. Fucking weird. I don't know. I never liked bugs when I was a kid. But I'll be like, so then the bug, and he'll be like, this is this, and they have 5 legs, and then they have that, and that, like, shit that's not even in the book. I go, where'd you, it's in my brain. I go, oh, alrighty then. It's in the brain. Okay, well, listen. Brain. Now I gotta fucking take you to Dairy Queen. I can get you a hot dog meal. So I could come back and deal with the copy girl, Cat Martini, who edits a sentence sound, goes, how is this better? No, it's a fucking book still! Ugh. Fuck. Someone needs to fucking hit her in the head with a light tube again. Oh, Lord. Okay, so anyways. I'm at the office. I'm ticketing. I'm streaming. I'm doing all sorts of shit. And I go to Alex. I go, yo. I've been here for a few hours. I haven't noticed anybody coming into the shop. I go, have you done any business? I go, what the fuck is going on? What, am I going to be homeless? Am I going to be out on the street jerking people off for fucking $20 a handy? What the fuck is going on? What's up? Am I going to be doing blow bangs for $80? What the fuck is going on? She's like, I don't know. I don't know. And I have no idea why. But I'm fucking walking towards the door. Like, instinctively, I'm like, I open the door, and it's a fucking blizzard. She goes, there, I guess that's why nobody's here. I go, holy shit. I go, when the fuck did this happen? I didn't know, but the weatherman didn't fucking notify me that we were going to have a snowstorm. And it was sunny today. Sun goes down. Now I'm like, oh, well, okay, I guess that's why nobody wants to drive in this snow. But here's the funny thing. You live in upstate New York, you're used to the snow. If you live in upstate New York longer than, 5 years, you know what months is the most snow. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 2 degrees. But for whatever reason, when the first snow hits, so when it hasn't snowed in a while, and you get this type of blizzard for however long it was, everybody forgets how to drive. And where the gift shop is, it's in the bottom of I want to say a gully, I guess, if you could use that word. This is a gully. So you got to drive up through the hills. I call it like the mini hills of Hollywood. Martini always laughs at that. She's like, yeah, sure, okay. But it kind of it gives me that, it gives me a throwback to that for like a second. And then a deer darts out in front of the car, and you're like, well, don't see that in fucking Hollywood. Well, you see a homeless person darting out in front of you, but... So now I'm driving up the hill, and I see 3 cars in front of me, all with their fucking hazards on. I'm like, are you kidding me? Your hazards? They're doing 10, maybe 12. I'm not saying I would have been doing 60, but maybe 20 to 25. And I definitely don't put my hazards on. And I felt so compelled to speed up to get alongside of them so I could see who's driving. I could be like, who the fuck is driving this slow with their goddamn hazards on? Assholes. But I didn't. So we get down towards the end of the one hill, because then it wraps around to another, not hill, but another stretch. And then I made it home. Why? So I can inspire all of you. I need you all to be inspired. Okay? And if one of you are inspired by my story, then I feel like life is worth living. And thank you, Mike Moran. Mike Moran, producer extraordinaire, said he will move toys from his basement so that I could live in his basement. Cleveland. I don't know what's worse than living in Rochester, New York, with the exception of possibly Cleveland. Or Detroit. Or or we keep going down the list of like, okay. Or I'm here to inspire. Fucking Cleveland. Dominic Vasa says Baltimore and Chicago suck as well. I've never, have I ever been to Chicago? I think I went to Chicago. I was in and out. Baltimore, I don't think I've ever seen anything on TV that would make me go, you know what, that Baltimore sure looks like a place I want to visit. Baltimore's definitely not one of those places. It's time to relocate. Where do you want to go, honey? I don't know. I was thinking. Florida? I don't know. Like where? Miami? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, Baltimore, you know. What do you think? Baltimore? Yeah, you know. Baltimore. Huh. So, the choice is Miami, Florida, or Baltimore. Yeah. I'm leaning toward Baltimore. What do you think? Oh, yeah, let's go to Baltimore. It sounds fun. Oh, man. Oh, the star of the heavy metal, death metal, punk band, the Crippler, has chimed in. That's one, the only. The one, the only. Shot. Yep. Schlack says, what do you want? Band practice. Well, I need to book this ticket. I get nothing. All right. Well, it's Roberto Negro. I feel like I've inspired you enough. Let's take a quick break. Quick. Very quick. Just a quick break so I could quench my thirst, wet my beak. Just a little wet my beak. Wet my beak. Just a smidge. Wet my beak. Wet my beak. Boys and girls. Children. Children. Above the age of 18. Let me ask you guys a question. And I know this is going to spark a lot of debate. Okay? And I know the men's had brought this. He brings a lot of things up. But I know the men's had brought this up. And it's funny because men's will, like, he'll post, and the posts are aimed at people. And I know a lot of who they're aimed at because they will get forwarded to me, and then we'll have a good chuckle out of it. Or Schlack. Or whoever's in our inner circle of ripping on people. fuck, and I know this is going to spark debate, and we're all going to start chiming in. And it's not just the pro wrestling community, or at least this kind of sub community of a subculture of a subculture versus a subculture of a community. When did this become so soft? Like, I don't ever remember a time. I really don't. I don't ever remember a time. And I know social media has enabled a lot of it. But remember, without social media, you have to communicate with people the old-fashioned way, which is like, talking to someone, seeing them in a restaurant, or seeing them at a bar, or seeing them at a club, or seeing them at school. I don't ever remember people being so fucking soft, where they put everything out there looking for some type of pity party. Like, it's strange. And like I said, it's not just this subculture of the wrestling community. And I don't want to say, I think it shifted 4 years ago, because then people go, what are you saying that, after Trump? No. Listen, I could go back 10 years ago. And anytime you compare times, you'll always get these soft motherfuckers who throw out, why? Wait, you were just a fucking old white racist. You want to harken back to a time of segregation and slavery. Whoa, asshole. I'm not talking about that. How about just 10 fucking years ago? How about fucking 10 years ago? How about 15 years ago? How about that? I'll go 12 years ago. Regardless of what political ideology you are, and obviously it started to shift in that kind of second term of Obama, but 15 years ago? I don't remember anybody being that soft. Forget 40 years ago. Forget 50 years ago. Just 15 years ago. I mean, has the 20 to 25-year-olds, has that 18 to 25-year-old or 18 to 28-year-old, have they done that much damage? I mean, obviously they have, but god damn. And the funny thing is, it's their fucking parents' fault. Because somebody had to have them, and somebody had to raise them. So somebody had to nurture these psychopaths. Someone had to. Somebody had to. These 18 to 25, 27-year-olds, they didn't just kind of sprout up. Schlack said, people have always been soft. You just see it now because the internet. They didn't have the balls to speak up in public before the social media. And then they're enabled. I heard, and I can't, listen, I can't divulge a bunch of stuff. Okay? But I heard somebody who is supposed to be a tough guy. This person comes off as a tough guy bully. Complain about the wrestling environment not being safe. So I definitely understand the internet enabling these soft, weak assholes. But at some point, when you hear, it's funny, and I'm not professing to keep or defend in any way, shape, or form. But remember the whole cancel movement in the wrestling business? Oh, this person was, he acted inappropriate in the locker room. He asked for a girl's phone number. Or, this guy, did this or that. No, he said this, and they used that type of way. We got to cancel. We got to get rid of him. And then it went to, their political ideology. We got to get rid. And then it went to, we got to get rid of this person, but we don't get rid of that person. We'll get rid of that one over there, but we won't get rid of this one over here. How about a fucking movement to get rid of a bunch of weak, cunty, crybaby assholes from fucking wrestling? How about that? How about this? How about if you go online and complain and bitch and whine and you profess that you're in the wrestling business, you should be fucking canceled. If you go online, especially if you're a fucking promoter or an owner, and you profess how you need money, you need rides, you need food for your fucking pets, and you need people to give you money because you can't fucking feed your own pets, you should be canceled. You're weak. You're fucking weak. Plain and simple. If this was an island and only the strongest survive, you would be fucking killed within the first fucking week. And they wouldn't even eat you because your fucking flesh is so fucking polluted. You're fucking weak. If you're a fucking wrestler and you're asking people to cash app you money so you could buy food, so you could get a hot dog, so you could eat breakfast, you're fucking weak. The fuck is wrong with you? You motherfuckers need to be canceled. Fucking weak. Listen, just because you could smash a light tube over your own fucking head doesn't mean you're fucking strong. Doesn't mean you're tough. You're fucking weak. Fuck is wrong with you? And I get it when Schlack says the internet has enabled them, and they've always been there. But I don't necessarily prescribe to that. And again, I'll tell you why. Influence is powerful. Influence is powerful. Why the fuck do you think we went through COVID? The influence by the media coming at people to tell them that unless they do A, B, C, and D, they're gonna fucking die. And we all did what they told us to do. And here we are, years later, being told, yeah, I guess, okay, maybe, you know. Smoking. Bro, I remember growing up, and I remember smoking because it was cool. The influence of media, the influence of society telling us to smoke. And you'd be cool. And everybody that was cool smoked. So, at some point, these 20-year-olds, the 24-year-olds, the 28-year-olds, the 18-year-olds, the 16-year-olds, somebody told them to be soft. Somebody told them to be crybabies. Somebody told them that somehow life isn't fair. And it's okay. And it's okay to cry about it. And the thing that's not fair is you can't get the video game you want. Or the internet's not fast enough. Or you didn't get patted on the back for doing a good job, even though it was a shit job. But you tried your best. Now, I'm not saying that smoking and drinking and doing all those things is what we have to go back to. I'm just telling you that the media is powerful. And the internet didn't create these soft motherfuckers. They were influenced. They were told it was okay to be soft. They were told it was okay to go and beg for someone to cash app you money. When we were growing up, and you walked to 7-Eleven or you walked to a grocery store, and some piece of shit came up to you and was like, hey man, can I get $1? You'd be like, the fuck out of here. Go get a fucking job. You're walking, you're talking. You look perfectly able to go get a job. Fuck you. At some point, that changed. At some point, going online and say, could somebody cash at me some money? I'm a little light this week. You're a little light? What? Like, did you get into a car accident? Are you dying? No, I'm just a little light this week. I got some bills that came up. What? Who the fuck told you that was acceptable? Hey, promoter man, who the fuck put in your brain that it's acceptable to ask for people to give you money? What the fuck am I seeing? Hey, wrestler. And the list goes on and on and on and on. It's fucking bizarre. And it has metastasized into every corner of society. And I mean, we bring up wrestling because it's really metastasized into our little group. But it's fucking wild, man. Absolutely wild. And when the Mins was sending me people who were begging for money today, I was like, get the fuck out of here. It's like, are you fucking serious? Absolutely wild shit. And I know we've talked about this stuff before, but it definitely should be on a repeat cycle. Because I don't know when it will go away, but I do believe it will go away. And we've said it about all the woke turds. But it's just, like I said, the industry is so worried about cleaning up various people that have different political ideologies. But they let this cancer eat up the business. Listen, you got to remember something. And I've equated this to metal and any other form of entertainment that at one point was big and popular and fucking, you could even argue, the biggest there was, and you know, money flowing to the point of when will it end? I don't think anybody in my world saw VHS tapes not just becoming obsolete, but like becoming obsolete fast and then being replaced by DVDs and having that become replaced fast. Rap music, breakdancing, to be more specific, heavy metal, hair metal, when I watch these old nostalgia type shows, and they're talking about Warrant, or they're talking about Great White, and they're like, yeah, so Great White's third record, which sold 7.5 million copies. Fuck. I mean, I'm sure my boy Goldberg can argue, but boxing today is not boxing of, say, 30 years ago. So when you talk about pro wrestling and the concept of, oh, look, pro wrestling's been around since the 50s, been around since the 40s, it's survived, it has the ebbs and flows, and it's here, and it's like, yeah, okay, but I could still go see Poison play, but you know what? It's at some fucking bullshit casino in upstate New York that holds 900 people. So, yeah, you're right. I can still go see Poison play. But it's not a 27,000 seat stadium on a 175 city tour that lasts a year and a half, only to then stop to make another record to then do the exact same thing again. And the more we let the wrestling business become what it has become, the quicker the nail goes in that coffin. And it's not us old shitty, out of touch, old school mentality promoters. It's this new generation that are not making the business more popular. They're not making the business more successful. And before you start fucking telling me, look at all of the wrestling promotions that are out there. Look at all the wrestlers that are out there. Look at all... What the fuck does that mean? That doesn't mean something is successful. Just because there's more people doing it, and it's easier now more than ever to do it, doesn't mean it's the most popular it's ever been. That's like saying, oh, the music business is the most popular it's ever been today. Gone are the old days of bands having to grind it out in clubs, and then hopefully their demo that they have to record in a grungy studio on a 4-track or an 8-track gets noticed by a A&R executive, and then that A&R executive takes a chance on that band. Now, you can record a record with your iPhone and put it up on YouTube. What does that mean? Don't tell me the music business is more popular than ever because of that. Of course not. It's fucking stupid. It's not more popular than ever. The music industry is as fucking dead as dead can be. There's no hot new music that's being made. There's nothing. There's nothing. Oh, but it's more popular than ever. Pro wrestling is more popular than ever. Get the fuck out of here. Look at all the wrestling. Look at all the wrestlers. There's a wrestling school in every town, in every city, in every state. Ah! It's just easier to get into. It's easier to get into from the wrestling standpoint to the promoter's standpoint. It's easier to be seen. It's easier to get your shit out there. Every aspect of the business is easier. That doesn't make something more popular. I think at one point I saw Brawling Bo Cooper chime in. And he chimed in with the new kids of today not paying their dues. And the new kids of today, oh God, they hate when they hear that. They hate because that's an old term that's used by old promoters like us. But it's the truth. It's the truth. There used to be a time when you would be able to get ring crew, good trained wrestlers who basically go through the system. So when they are officially a pro wrestler, they know what the fuck they're doing. The respect for the business. And again, I know it's an old school term. But shouldn't that be the case in any business that you're in? Shouldn't there be some type of respect of the way things are done? Shouldn't there be some type of a history lesson? And looking back into the past and exploring what worked, what didn't work, why things worked. But that's all gone. You can't find people that want to work in the business from the ground level up. You can't find that. Because nowadays, somebody goes to a wrestling school for 6 months, is taught by a teacher who's never really done anything in the wrestling business except been a long-term indie worker. And that guy deems you a pro wrestler. So why the fuck are you going to start at the bottom of a company? You're a pro wrestler. And now with deathmatch wrestling, as long as somebody could take a gusset plate and smash it into the side of your head, you're going to find work. You're going to find work. Crazy shit. But the next time you hear somebody go, we got to clean up the industry. Say, you're right, we do. We got to get the soft motherfuckers out. No, that's not what I meant. Well, what did you mean? If you're talking about pedophiles, well, start with Rob Feinstein. Start there. Well, I'm talking about... What are you talking about? Well, you know, this is a all-inclusive... All right, listen. We're going to start with weak-ass motherfuckers. And I think you should be number one. You're out. Goodbye. How's that? It's Rob Black's Rob Black Show.
Extreme Gifts. From pop culture gifts to adult fun. T-shirts, mugs, socks, fun, topical gifts for all ages. Then there's mature fun, massage lotions, naughty games, toys, and lingerie. Extreme Gifts specializes in Delta 8 CBD, cartridges, edibles, vaporizers, and vaping liquids. The selection of glass products is amazing, from kratom, kava, flower, and so much more. Extreme Gifts, 1694 Penfield Road, next to the original Steve's Diner.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. You want to hear something funny? How much you want to hear something funny? And then we'll go out with this. So a certain Purdue, and I haven't even told Martini this because it happened, and then I got on the air. So if she's listening, the most beautiful woman in the world, when I walk upstairs, she's going to be like, what? Think about the balls on people. All right? And the balls, you either don't have any self-awareness. B, you got balls, but I don't believe you got the balls, because if you had the balls, you wouldn't be a crying little bitch. C, you're just ignorant and stupid. Or D, all the above. So I get a call from the XPW Women's Champion. My darling Ludak, to inform me that a certain promoter reached out to her to see if she would work for him. Imagine that. Now, you got to remember, we in the States, we in our bubble, know all of the ins and outs and the drama and the various beefs. And let's not forget, and I don't know how many times I have to say this, let's not forget, I don't have beef with everybody. I saw a person that commented. It said, oh, Rob Black has beef with everybody. I don't have beef with everybody. What happens is, I mind my own fucking business. I do what I gotta do for my business and the people that work for me. And then when somebody comes along and interferes with that, I stand up for myself. And that is instantly characterized as having beef with someone. Always remember, the people that complain online about people complaining online are the very same people that complained online about me. I don't make things personal until you make things personal. Pretty simple. So, poor Lou Dark has no idea of all the politics. She lives in fucking Mexico, for Christ's sakes. She's happy she's on a Netflix show. She's finally getting this recognition that she should have been getting years ago. But she's always kind of been leapfrogged. And I get it. She's worked for a bunch of the companies here in the States before XPW. But sporadically. Whether it's Ian brought her in, or even Sage brought her in. But there hasn't been an American company that has put her on a pedestal and gave her the push that she has now. That is a fact. So the balls of this promoter to call Lou Dark up to see if she would work for them, and I could only assume it's a WrestleMania weekend them. But when I'm talking to Lou, and Lou's asking me, we have the issue, you have the issue, right? And I have to explain, this person is a piece of shit. This person is a scumbag. This person has gone out of their way to hurt our business. And when I say our business, that means your business. Because if this business of XPW is hurt, that means it affects you. That affects your money. Because if we get affected and we lose business, we stumble, we fall, guess what happens? You stumble and you fall. We are all in this together. We rise together, we fall together. If you don't promote a show coming up, you are hurting all of us. So after me and Lou talked for probably 60 seconds, because that's all it was, oh, I understand, I didn't know, so I that's why I wanted to call you and say, what's going on? And I said, that person is a piece of shit. Okay. Imagine the balls, man. Imagine the balls. It's Rob Black's The Rob Black Show. You guys are the best. And let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you guys something. Okay? Every single one of you that listens to this show, even that little scumbag Jimmy Lloyd and our new buddy Joey Janela, you all inspire me. You all inspire me. Because you all never forgot Rob Black and XPW. You all never forgot where this little world of ours helped get started. And when people are talking about this is an OG, that person's an OG, I would like to think that our little island out in Southern California back in 96. Contributed to where we are today in 2023. And you all inspire me. It's Rob Black's Rob Black Show. We'll see you fuckers tomorrow.